So today I want to talk about some specific things that moms can do to better our sleep habits or increase our overall quality of sleep. Hi everyone, we have been talking about daily self-care, taking care of ourselves on a daily basis. Each week we've been focusing on one of the 4 categories of daily self-care. I will leave a list of those 4 categories in the description box below. I will also leave a link of the last self-care video I uploaded for you to check out just in case you missed it. Today I want to talk about sleep. It is the first category of daily self-care, adequate sleep. I recorded a video weeks ago that went into why we should get enough sleep. So today I want to talk about some things that we can do on a daily basis to better our sleep habits, to increase the overall quality of sleep, and just also to help us to be more mindful of getting enough sleep. First of all, I am a mother of three handsome boys ages 14, 7, and 5. So I understand that when it comes to being a mother, there's a wide spectrum of situations from parenting newborns, toddlers, upper elementary, middle school, and high school, and a variation of all at one time. Hopefully, these general tips can help you develop your own healthy sleeping habits. I understand that with newborns, some of them do not cooperate. If you are a mother of a newborn baby, then keep in mind that you might want to actually sleep when the baby sleeps. People say that all the time, sleep when the baby sleeps. But I know that it is difficult sometimes to do that because when the baby sleeps, that's when you want to get your housework done. You want to take that time to do the things that you need to do. But if you're not sleeping, it's going to be very difficult to take care of the baby the way I know you would want to. I have 3 children. 2 of them slept very well. One of them was difficult. It was a challenge. And so I had to make the adjustment to say, you know what? I'm going to sleep when you sleep. And when I did that, it made my time as a mother of that particular child a lot better. It made that newborn time, that adjustment period of sleeping with him, it made it that much better. So whenever he slept, that's when I slept, and my sleep became a priority over the housework. There were other people in the house that could chip in and help me with it, so I let them, because I realized that when I woke up and ran smack into a wall, that it was time for me to sleep when he slept. Yes, I said that. I got up, I walked right into a wall. I was so tired, I didn't even realize that I was as close to the wall as I was, and I just walked right into it. I don't know if it was day or night. I don't know. I think it was night. I just got up and walked into the wall, and it knocked some sense into me, and I said, you know what? I have to sleep. And so that is true for a mother of a newborn baby, where you can really see how a lack of sleep can impact you. Well, my children, as I said, are 14, 7, and 5, and that is still true. I may not have a newborn, but I have other responsibilities, and I can't let those responsibilities cause me to have a pattern of not getting enough sleep and causing me to walk into walls, so to speak, in my health. So set a bedtime and build your nightly routine around that bedtime. This is probably the biggest tip, and where you want to start is setting a bedtime and developing your nightly routine around that bedtime. A nighttime routine may not be something that you have noticed. It may not be something that you have taken note of in your life, but I'm willing to say that most of us have somewhat of a nightly routine. We have somewhat of a morning routine. And what I'm finding is that if I can be intentional with my routines, whether it be a morning routine or nighttime routine, that I can get the most benefit out of that time by being more conscious of what I'm doing, that I can make those times more productive. So by setting a bedtime, I can then look at my nighttime routine and gear it towards that bedtime. For example, take note of what your nighttime routine is. Set a bedtime and then take note of the things that you do, the things that you would like to get accomplished at night before your bedtime, and then design your routine around that. One of the first things that I did was let my husband know about my bedtime. Let him know what time I'm planning to go to sleep every night so that we're both mindful of that when it comes to spending time together at night after the kids have gone to sleep. And that just really helps me to communicate. It has really helped to communicate that up front, that this is a priority for me to go to bed at this particular time, and then we can both respect that time. Another thing that you can do as far as setting a bedtime and building your nightly routine around it is to make some changes. One of the changes that I made, not only for my benefit, but really primarily for my children's benefit, that also benefited me, was that I brought my kids' bedtime up an hour. They used to go to bed at 8:30, they now go to bed at 7:30. I felt like in the mornings they didn't seem like they had gotten enough sleep, and I know that's partly because when they go to bed, they share a room. My two youngest children share a room, so sometimes they're talking a little bit or lying in bed and doing whatever, just lying there before they go to sleep. So by sending them to bed at 7:30 instead of 8:30, it helped them to get the sleep that they need, and the mornings have been much better since doing that. Now, that has also helped me because it gives me an extra hour to get everything that I need to do at night completed and still have time to spend time with my husband and honor my bedtime. My second tip is to set the atmosphere for sleep. There are 4 ways that you can do this. You can set the temperature. It is recommended that your room is cool, that it's not hot. I know for a lot of people it's difficult to go to sleep when you're hot. So you can set the temperature accordingly in your bedroom prior to going to sleep so that you're not hot in the middle of the night. Maybe turn on a fan. Also, it is also recommended that you keep your room dark. So this means turning off the television, turning off night lights or reading lights or any other lights that you have on in your bedroom. And if you have a spouse who needs the reading light or has the television on or an electronic, then you may want to invest in a sleeping mask to cover your eyes. Another tip is to have a quiet room or have relaxing sounds. Before I was married, I always slept with some type of nature sound on, like the ocean or raindrops, and that's not something that my husband is interested in. So I don't do that now. But I do have some sounds on my iPod that I use before I go to bed. While I'm showering, I may turn that on sometimes and listen to it. And it helps to get me sort of in the mood to calm me down and so that I can prepare for sleep. Another thing that I do is aromatherapy. I have some candles upstairs in my bathroom and bedroom that I can burn before bedtime. I typically burn a lavender candle because it's supposed to be a calming agent. So I'll burn my lavender candle for a while before I even get up to my room, so that by the time I make it to the bedroom and by the time I'm ready for my shower and my nighttime routine, the bedroom and bathroom is filled with the fragrance of lavender. It helps to get me, it helps to bring me down a bit before bedtime. Another tip is to turn off all devices 30 minutes prior to going to bed. Turn off your television, your mobile devices and phones, and turn off your television, no longer use your mobile devices or phones for 30 minutes or so prior to going to bed, just to give yourself time to disconnect and settle down from the day. Another tip that I am very mindful of is my subconscious, being mindful of what I hear, say, and see prior to going to bed. There's certain images that I don't want captured in my head before I go to bed. There are certain ideas and thoughts and feelings that I don't want to fall asleep with. So I'm very mindful if my husband and I do watch television at night that I'm not taking in anything that's disturbing that I will now go to sleep with that may cause me to have some dreams that I don't want to have, or just may cause me to go to bed clenched and anxious, because I want to go to sleep with a clear mind and relaxed. That's always my goal, is to go to sleep with a clear mind and relaxed so that I can sleep well. I think that the biggest thing with us as far as getting enough sleep is that we have a tendency to go. And particularly now, this is a 24-hour world. I remember when the television used to go off. Now television is on 24/7. We have artificial light, and we can stay up and work as long as we choose. And sometimes it is tempting to just continue to, as we say, burn the midnight oil, to continue to work and not stop, because and not ever reach a reaching point and not ever come to a close, but just continue to work until we just fall asleep. And while it does seem like maybe we're getting ahead with our work, we're, as they say, burning the candle on both ends, because by not getting enough sleep, we invite and open ourselves up to a whole list of things that we do not want concerning our health, concerning our emotional well-being, and our physical appearance. By not getting enough sleep, we open ourselves to the consequences of those things. And again, if you're interested in learning more about that, check out the video that I referenced earlier. And this video will be in the description box below. It's my initial video about adequate sleep. I've shared this video because so often we take care of everyone and everything else, and for whatever reasons, a lot of times moms, we forget to take care of ourselves. So this topic of sleep is something that I think is overlooked, but it is very important. Moms, it's very important that we get our sleep so that we can function as best that we can during the day to fulfill all of those roles that we fulfill. We need to have our energy to do the best to do. We need to have our energy up to tackle the day, and I don't want us to burn our candles at both ends and work to meet our goals and work to help the people in our lives and work to build for our families and sacrifice our health little by little until there's nothing there. I don't want us to do that. I want us to be mindful of the things that we need and not neglect those things, because what we need is important, and what we want, it actually matters. And sleep is not a want, sleep is a need. We need to sleep. And so I don't want us to overlook this topic and fall into the categories of, well, you know, sleep is for the weak, and, you know, we can just go. No, we need to set a bedtime. We need to protect that time, and we need to make it a priority to get our rest and make the changes that need to be made in our daily lives to make sure that we get that sleep. And sometimes that can be a process. I know for me, I go through phases where I want to just stay up and complete certain projects, or I want to stay up and complete what I set out to complete during the day. And what happens is, if I do it once and then I do it twice, then it becomes a habit, and before I know it, I'm staying up late every night, and I start to feel it. I start to feel less energetic, impatient, and it just throws me off, versus just putting a stop and saying, whatever I didn't do, I'll just pick it up and do it tomorrow. I'll do it some other day. But I can't sacrifice my sleep in order to finish what I need to finish if it means that it's going to be a habit. I do understand that there are times when we do have to do that. We do have to stay up late and get certain things done. But what I'm referring to is making it a habit that every night we're staying up. So again, I'm sharing this because all too often we don't take care of ourselves. We're not mindful of our needs and what we need. All of our needs are important, and the things that we want, they do matter. And I want to say that over and over so that we take it in and we make that statement our own and we carry it with us, so that we discontinue neglecting ourselves. If you have enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, check out my Mom's Time Out and self-care playlist. If you enjoy these types of videos, then I definitely welcome you to subscribe so that you know when I post other self-care or Mom's Time Out videos. And have a happy, blessed day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.